Welcome to JGTCR. I'm Cope, and today we are tuning the Citroën GT race car Gr.3. Let's get into it. It takes the final rendition of this Citroën to start to get things right with the setup of this chassis. But even still, it is a fairly poor entry that falls short of the mark in many areas. The handling is now decent with all of the extra aero added, but the front end can still get floaty at any moment for any reason. This becomes extremely annoying as we try to push the limits of this Citroën and find random erratic responses throughout the lap. The power available is reasonable, but power delivery is horrendous. Wheel spin exists in every gear at high RPM. We must short shift at around 7,000 RPM or face the tail slides that are not nice or controllable. The brakes work well and are solid, as well as probably being the best thing this vehicle does. Let's collect our time. 6 minutes 28.8 seconds. And now, the race tune. Tuning this Citroën was an absolute mess from start to finish. We did what we could with what we've got, but to be honest, I don't know how we got here. Many of these settings seem to defy the logic of our regular tuning, but as long as it's manageable, our work here is done. Let's see how it performs on the Nürburgring. This Citroën GT Gr.3 remains a difficult vehicle to contend with even after modifying and tuning. The tail end is loose no matter what we do. It continues to skip to Maloo a bit too much, my darling. The handling is just okay. We had to sacrifice a great deal of our turning ability to focus on rear traction. The steering is acceptable once we get used to its lazy nature. We should also be aware that understeer is prominent on corner exit, especially when the rear hooks. Power has improved, but power delivery remains a problem. It is peaky in nature and sensitive to variations in road conditions. This means we can find ourselves wheel spinning and kicking the tail at very odd times. Additionally, the tail likes to get loose off throttle, so try and keep on the gas just a touch at all times. The brakes work well, but also cause the tail to step out if we are aggressive with our turning while braking. Slides can also occur if brakes are released too quickly when we get off them. There really isn't much in the way of redeeming qualities when talking about the Citroën GT Gr.3. Let's collect our time. Six minutes 13.4 seconds. Moving on to the drift tune. Much like our race tune, the drift tune is quite unorthodox. We had to go to some extremes to make sure this Citroën would drift at least somewhat nicely. Let's see how it performs drifting Suzuka. While things appear to be all good in the hood, they are far from it in the cab of the Citroën GT Gr.3. Stating it plain and simple, this is just not a good drift car. It is snappy in nature and can be extremely erratic when the road surface is uneven, and let's not even get into touching curbs. The handling can be reasonable if conditions are perfect, but if road conditions are not in our favor or we make mistakes on our inputs, things can go pear-shaped quite quickly. There is more than enough power to drift effectively, but something gets lost in translation. The power delivery is both strong and weak, so it's crucial to stay in the power band. Unfortunately, it is so narrow, it is difficult to stay there throughout the entirety of a drift session. And while it can be done, it certainly is too high maintenance to be any fun. And that's all we have for you today, so until next time, keep racing!